nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beat.
You treading lightly, my guy.
What? We can go toe to toe in the middle of a sale. Fucking with me cause I'm a...
Have you ever had a dream that you...
What is up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Playin' Pod with Alex and John.
Hello. Shit.
Holy shit.
I'm John.
I'm Alex, and this is the Playin' Pod. Now, normally, we are a comedic gaming podcast. Everything's super lighthearted. Everything's super fun. We joke on everything. Today, we're gonna start off a little different. We're gonna get to the shits.
We're gonna get to the ha-has.
We're gonna get to the hee-hee-hees and ha-ha-has, but
you can't really.
Now, you're gonna, for the first time, you might hear us kind of not jumble over our words, but be hesitant and very careful with what we're saying.
Things are very tense right now, so it's very important that everybody, regardless of who's speaking, to take a second to really think about what you say, because
It's important.
It's important
So
to come off articulate.
me and John had a discussion prior to going to recording this episode, saying we talked. Should we bring it up? Should we discuss it? Of course, we're talking about the George Floyd murder, the George Floyd murder, and the subsequent riots, protests that led to riots all over the United States, and I believe the world, but mainly the United States.
It's in the U.S., but
in the U.S., Minnesota, Chicago, New York, everywhere.
Right.
We talked. We were like, should we talk about it? Should we not? It's not really we're not a news podcast per se.
We're not even it's not even, I was like, it's not even political, but we're not a news, we're not any sort of other current events that's not pop culture, that's not us.
Yeah. We believe that it's a weird situation just because we believe, well, I'm not going to speak for you, but I believe that we like to stay in our lane when it comes to certain topics. There is a place and time to talk about political stuff and all that good stuff. We believe that this platform isn't it, but this specific series of events, which is nothing new. Let's not pretend this is the first time this has happened.
It's been going on for over more than 40 years.
A long time.
Decades and decades.
Long time. Yeah, see, I'm treading lightly, but let's you know what's going on. We're not gonna sit here and rehash recycled opinions. We didn't want to just look like we just didn't care, and we just didn't want to just hide it on the rug and not mention it, because that would be irresponsible of us also.
Right, there's nothing new that we can say that hasn't been said already. There's nothing that we can shine a light on that hasn't been shined upon. It's just there's just certain things that it would come off disingenuous if we tried to pretend it to just stay in our lane. You know what I'm saying? To just because it's not our jurisdiction or it's not our forte that we just don't talk about it. But this is something that's been going on for years, and you have to speak out on things when they're just not right. Like, you have to speak for the truth and what's just, and it's important. It's important to talk about it, even though it's not something that we would really talk about on the podcast, but still.
So for those the very few of you who don't know, George Floyd was murdered by a police officer. Though you've seen the image, he had his knee on his neck. He was crying out for his life. He got killed on camera. Every anger, regardless of what your race is it's just anger looking at another human get their life taken like that. People took to the streets to protest because, again, the police did it again.
This is the same thing that people have been talking about for decades. It's treading on the same thing. We're going to be saying the same thing over and over again because it's literally the same thing. N.W.A, the song that we chose, literally we're talking about police brutality back in the 80s. Even before them, the 70s, the 60s. This isn't new. This is not new. And to be in 2020 with all the other bullshit that's going on, for this to still be a topic, it's not surprising, but it's shocking how unsurprising it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
the
shouldn't.
fact that this is still a fucking problem.
This shouldn't be a problem.
So people protested. You know, they're not they're showing out their numbers, saying, "Hey, essentially, this is what it is. Hey, fucking stop. Number one, stop disrespecting people of color. Stop treating them lesser. We're not gonna take that anymore. The people is the message. You know, this needs to stop. This is wrong." From then, you know, aside from the message, riots broke out in many different places. Now, this is where we kind of talked about it. It's like, should we talk about it? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Number one, it's kind of hard to tell what the truth is and what's not. I personally am a firm believer. Well, let me stop going around the bush. Let me tell you what it is. So, the protests were peaceful at the beginning. That this is the common story that comes out from everyone. They're peaceful until the police gets involved.
Right.
From then, depending on who or where you get your news from, this is where the lines start to get blurred. The end result is violence, regardless of where the middle part is. But that middle part is, some people are saying, protesters, and I'm putting those people in quotes, came to fuck shit up, came with weapons, came with stuff, and started throwing it, incited the riots. The other side is saying the police incited the riots. That there's talks of undercover cops coming around and stirring violence and all that stuff. Personally, I don't know. I was not there. But that's what's going around. You're making faces.
I'm just like, I'm trying to follow what you're. I'm like, yes, it's all true. I'm just like, I'm just like waiting for the, like, not waiting for the point. I'm just trying to see like
where I'm going with it.
Right.
So I personally am a believer that the police is starting shit up. That's where I lie. That is my personal belief of it. And it's really weird that I have to word it like that, but just again, I don't know. I'm only going from what I've seen, and from what the general consensus of it is, the police started the shit when it comes to the riots and the violence. But point is, we want to just kind of just bring it up. I feel like we said nothing
because everything has been said, and like, we're a couple Puerto Ricans. Like, who honestly, like, it doesn't matter what we say, because it's like, it's the plight of the African American and just Americans, and it's just inhumane what happened.
Yeah.
But it's like, the injustices, let's be real, it doesn't happen to you and me.
Yeah.
It's not because we're Puerto Rican, but like our skin color. It's a thing that we wouldn't really empathize with, and it's shit that, like, one, we don't, like, again, like, we don't personally relate to it. And it's just, it is what it is. Like, people have already said it. We all know what the problem is. We all know what needs to be done. It's just like,
that's how we
the higher ups, like, they just need to fucking do it. Like, that's it. Like, everybody knows what it is. Everybody said what it is. Yeah. Everybody's mad about it. But it's just like, we're saying the shit, but it's up to the people with the power, like politicians and all that shit, to make that change.
I want to just end my opinion on this. I'm for the protests.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, fuck yeah.
150%. I'm for it. They are important. They need to happen. I'm for all the online movements where the donations are going, you know, all that. Yes. Continue to do that, and just even though there are people on both sides, police and the protesting side, that are going to take advantage of this situation. And what's unfortunate is those people's actions are going to be louder than the initial protest and the initial point. Just keep going. Just because that's what they're there to do, regardless of what side. They're there to cause a ruckus, and they're there to just fuck up and blur the original message. Just keep going. We understand that, hey, this didn't start to go rob a fucking Target. This wasn't there to rob GameStop. That's not the fucking point. But that's what the media's spinning it as. We understand that. Same thing for the police. I understand that while 100% of police officers aren't the fucking devil, the ones that are louder. Their actions are way louder, and the ones that just watch by and do nothing and let it happen are just as guilty. I understand that, but you just gotta keep going through all that. Is what I'm gonna say there. And I think that's a decent spot to leave, unless you have something to add.
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like, I'm for it. I think it's been said before. Like, yeah. Riots is the language of those who are unheard. Like, They either way they tried peaceful, they tried the other shit, and like, I don't know the whole thing of who started what.
Yeah.
That's like, just have your voice heard. Like that's the problem. Like just get your voice heard, and then I guess like also vote. Because that's also important.
Oh,
who
yeah,
you
very
put
important.
in the political power, that's also important.
Yeah.
So that this is also should be a thing like who should we vote for? This should be a thing of like do more research into your whoever your political preference or anything like that.
Yeah.
If we want shit to change, that's how we get shit to change. Like it
Now
we're getting political. Now we're getting political.
Yeah, well, it's not just the president.
It's not just the president
all that
thing.
shit.
Your local government, your city, your mayor, your government, all like. Your governor, all that shit, it's all important, and this is why.
Yeah,
like
we gotta get involved. Me too. I'm
me too.
I'm part of the get involved part. We're not just here do it because we do it. We also have to get more involved. It's the responsibility of everybody.
This isn't a new light that's being shined, but this is something that's like now like everybody's just fucking fed up. We know what to do. Let's do it. Like let's fucking do it. And like that's pretty much it. We're just treading on water.
We can go into it way deeper and have a long discussion. That's not what this podcast is about. We just wanted to kind of bring it up, but just to show that we're not ignoring it. We're not blind to it. We're not like who cares. We care. It's just maybe not the best platform, but take what you will. If you want to talk about it, for sure, hit us up. We can discuss.
For sure.
I'm down to learn. If you know something I don't, or you have a side, I'm super into it, but I'm
super into it.
I want to listen. I want to learn because again, John hit it. We are not exactly the target here.
Not the demo.
So there's that. But
I mean, if you want to have a conversation, let's have that conversation. Right. That's how we move forward. Is we hear all the sides, and with that,
we are in fact a gaming comedy podcast.
So let's get into the shits.
So John,
yeah, what?
You know how the gaming industry. And actually, the Hollywood industry is very fond of franchises.
Oh, this is that segue you were talking about?
Sequels.
This is ugly.
So, John, did you know?
The fuck is this, bro?
What was his name? What was the guy's name? The artist.
It's like Chubby Checkers or something.
Chubby Checkers. Did you know he was the creator of the original song, The Twist?
Yes, Alex.
So, John, but my man Chubby, he visionary. He made a sequel, John.
This is the longest
to The Twist. You ready for this, John? This is The Twist 2.
It's called Twist Again, Alex.
Yeah, Twist 2, Twist Harder.
Twist 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Oops.
What are you doing? Hey!
Hold on. I got one more.
Twist 2 Furious. The Twist 2 Furious. That's what I was Twist 2 Furious. Holy shit.
Twist the Dark World.
The Dark Twist. The Twist Night.
Oh my God. Hold on. I got one. The Twistful Soldier.
What is that?
The Winter Soldier.
Oh, the Winter Soldier. The Winter Twist.
All right, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome to the happier version of the Playing Pod.
Welcome to the part 2 of the Playing Pod. We're going to turn it back up to where we're normally at.
Holy shit.
I'm John.
Hey, man, hold on. Shout out to our Spotify listeners.
Yes.
Shout out to our YouTube viewers.
Yes.
YouTube is the only place where you can see the full experience of the podcast because we are the only podcast that plays while we pod.
Yes.
And today's, we are playing Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons.
And let me we're going to get into this game a little later.
I can't play this now?
No, you can play it now.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm saying we're going to give our opinions on it.
Yeah, I'm playing it
or
right
do
now.
you want to talk about it now?
Well, how else are we going to... Yeah, you brought it up.
Let's bring it up because this was a pleasant surprise.
This is delightful.
Like, okay, so Minecraft Dungeons. For those of you who do not know, Minecraft is a worldwide phenomenon. You know,
if you live under a fucking rock and you don't know what Minecraft is,
you live under a block. Got him. You won't know what Minecraft is, but it's one of the biggest things ever to come out of gaming.
Other than Fortnite.
Other than Fortnite. And there's a spin-off game that came out, made by Microsoft Studios, and it's called Minecraft Dungeons. Now, what Minecraft Dungeons is, it's not Minecraft 2. You don't build. It's essentially a Diablo. It's a dungeon crawler.
It's a top-down.
What the hell is that genre?
Is it not a dungeon crawler?
Hold on.
It's not considered a dungeon. If this game is called
Dungeons,
if this game is called Minecraft Dungeons and its genre is not a dungeon crawler, I'm be livid.
I'm looking it up right now. Diablo genre.
I'm pretty sure it's a dungeon crawler.
An action role-playing game.
Ah,
A hack and slash.
where does the dungeon part come in?
Dungeon crawl.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Fuck it. It's a top.
Wait, is that really what it said, or are you just saying that?
Yeah. I'm just. Those are just words that I read.
Was it on there?
What I did was I Googled it and I swiped the page up really fast, and those are the words that popped up when I saw it. So
and when the blurred images, like the blurred fucking windows, I spelled dungeon crawler.
I spelled dungeon crawler, and that's what it is. So anyway, it's essentially a Minecraft Diablo, top down, similar to the old games like Gauntlet. It's an action RPG where you get loot. Loot is items.
Thanks, Alex.
I feel like I have to explain that now. I don't know. But so when this game first got announced, I was in the party of, what the fuck is this? I do not want this. Ew. That was
really?
When it first got announced, I was like, gross. What the fuck, bro? This ain't.
You didn't like this?
No, I honestly, to God, did not. I saw it. I was like, what is this? Another just
Nah, man.
bullshit. Ew, gross. Minecraft. Who plays that bullshit? That was me. That was what I said. But upon playing it, a friend of mine, he downloaded it. He said, yo, I played the first level. It's actually pretty fun. I'm like, oh, word? So I downloaded it. That's how easy it was. That's how easy it was to get me into it. You can tell I was a little curious.
Of course.
But, yeah, so he said, yeah, it was pretty good, pretty fun, whatever. I downloaded it yesterday. I was playing with the homie Ultra V-Man, Hector.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to just side swipe right here.
Yes.
Shout out to Hector and Rafa. You guys know Rafa if you've been with us.
Of course,
for a
if you've been
long
with GEEKJAR, you know Rafa.
And if you've been with us long enough, you know Hector as well.
Back
in the day, they had a podcast under our platform under GEEKJAR called the Bento Box Podcast. Did you know that, John?
Well, yeah, because I edit the fucking thing.
Well, so you don't. So you're not surprised. They are back. The Bento Boxcast is back. There'll be links in the descriptions. Go check them out.
Make sure to say hi. Tell them that Playing Pod.
Tell them that GEEKJAR sent you.
GEEKJAR sent you, and let them both know that if they ever want that fucking smoke,
call me now for your free whipping.
Bust them.
they get the fucking work.
True. But so check them out. Anyway, I played it. It's called the Bento Boxcast. So I was playing with Hector of the Bento Boxcast.
Of the
weird.
cast.
That was weird saying that, but I'm with
Right,
it
that's what he was.
because he's of them now.
He is.
Anyway, I was playing with them, and dude, fun. Super simple. It's not as intensive as Diablo. It's a super if you're really big into top-down RPGs and you love the fucking complexity of it and all that shit, you might be turned off by it. But if you're more so you like the concept of the top-down RPGs, like
Alex?
I do, I'm saying it.
Yeah, okay. Just be very clear. Be very clear. Because you are somebody. Let's be very clear. I'm pretty sure at some point in the 20 episodes that we've had, we brought this up. But Alex loves Diablo 3.
My favorite.
But Alex never beats Diablo 3. And he sold that shit like 4 times. We've had so many copies of Diablo 3. We have more copies of Diablo 3 than there are versions of Skyrim. Like, we bought that shit a lot. And Alex plays it for like a day and never plays it again. So he likes the idea of top-down dungeon crawlers, but no, he don't like top-down dungeon crawlers.
Except for Minecraft.
Except for Minecraft Dungeons.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
My thing is, another friend of ours said that apparently people were upset with the simplicity of Minecraft Dungeons. Hey, moron, it's Minecraft. Minecraft is very simple. While it can get complicated if you get into like all the nitty gritty, but as a base game, it doesn't take much to understand and play Minecraft. It does not. It does not take much.
The redstone homie would.
That okay? See, that's more complicated. That's what I'm saying. You can get into the complicated. I said that what did I just say? You stupid bitch.
The way you talk to me.
Because you be stupid.
No, yeah, 100%. That's why I said. That's why I like it. That's why. So that's why I made the comment.
People being mad about like, oh, Minecraft is fucking. The Minecraft dungeon crawler is not super complicated. It's like, well, no shit, dummy. Like, it's Minecraft.
Right.
The game isn't complicated.
But it's good. If you like them and you're curious, I'd recommend giving it a shot. Just don't expect the deepest, most intricate action RPG you've ever. No,
if you're looking for something simple, like with a lot to do, because the levels are long as shit. And like, level progressions, all the enchantments and shit that's in Minecraft, it's all here. You're gonna enjoy it, and it's 4-player co-op,
which is fucking
which
fun.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And 2-player, I think it's 2-player co-op local.
It's yeah.
That's awesome. Like, that's really cool. It's a really fun game. I recommend it. I wish I was playing on my account because I'm level 12 or whatever. But that's cool. Whatever. Show must go on, I guess.
You want to get that shit off the screen? Just press up on a D-pad. Thank you.
I did.
There it goes. But yeah, actually, John, that's a perfect segue into our.
Oh yeah. That's too long. It's already too long.
All right, this week on What Are You Playing, Baby?
Fuck was that, Alex?
I forgot how to intro that segment.
Just yell, hey.
Hey! All right, John, you can begin this week on What Are You Playing, Baby. So what are you playing, baby?
Well, again, right now I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons because that's what we're playing. But I just started playing this today. I finally beat Assassin's Creed yesterday.
Hey!
Fully 100%.
Applaud.
Thank you. I fully completed it. I did all the main story, like the cult shit, the fucking, all the artifacts and stuff like that. I not 100% it, but I did the main, like all the story.
Yep.
I'm into Black Flag now. Which the multiplayer specifically, because me and Alex have been getting into fights. So Alex is also playing that.
Damn, spoiler.
And then I'm also playing Assassin's Creed Unity, which is also not that bad because they kind of fixed it now, so it's not that bad. So just a bunch of other Assassin's Creed and this. That's what I've been playing the whole time. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. What about you, Alex? What have you been playing this week? What are you playing this week?
Finish it.
Baby.
Well,
continue.
I've also been playing Minecraft Dungeons.
Wowzers.
That's great. I've already said it. I am playing Black Flag multiplayer.
Right.
But I don't really. The story's okay. I'm not super into it. I don't like the
you don't
mechanics. I'm playing Unity, but only strictly to play the co-op with you and Kenny. That's it. I'm playing Turok 2 still because the music is fire. And Destiny 2.
You did start playing Destiny.
Destiny 2. We did a whole raid.
Right.
We did a whole ass raid.
We did do that. That's cool, man. That's cool you did that.
And surprising. Well, actually, this one shouldn't be in here because I don't play this. But Fortnite, I'm not playing Fortnite.
No, yes, you are.
No, I don't play that game.
Nah, man. For fucking 3 days straight, I've been seeing, like, 3 to 4 days straight. I'm just getting pictures of you playing Fortnite talking about I don't play this game. Like, you've been playing this game for 3 to 4 days straight.
But in those pictures, what were you?
I guess you were winning, right?
Yeah.
But then they're bots now.
No.
They're
Don't
bots
do that to
now
me.
in
Don't do that to
Fortnite?
me. I got like, I don't play Fortnite, but
He says that.
I don't. But for the last 3 days that I have not been playing it, I've won multiple
You're
times.
fucking child.
On solos, I've won a duo. Here's what I say, John. Here's what I say. Imagine you're the youth of the nation, and you've devoted your gaming life to Fortnite. You buy the battle passes, you get all the V-Bucks.
You're still doing this.
And you do all that. And then, you load a Fortnite, and you're like, yo, I'm going to get a W today because I love this game, and this is what I'm going to be today. And then here comes Alex, who does not play this game and just annihilates you. And you get a basic-ass dance on you because I ain't got none of that shit.
Yeah, the basic-ass skins.
You got killed by a generic basic character, and it's not a Smurf account, by the way. Just busted your ass. So shout out to y'all little kids I've been busting a Fortnite that I don't play.
And that was, what are you playing, baby?
Where
Alex is just lying
with
on.
the surprise, I'm not playing this,
With
baby.
the surprise, I ain't playing this, but I've been winning, baby.
Hey, man, look. Speaking of kids that I've been busting.
Oh, I forgot to mention one.
Bitch.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat Aftermath.
I'm playing Mortal Kombat.
You fucked up my fucking... Actually, me too. Mortal Kombat Aftermath came
Yeah,
out.
I'm playing Mortal Kombat.
Let's just go there. You fucked up my transition.
What are you playing, baby? Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Aftermath also dropped this week. And so...
What is that?
Okay.
What
So-
is that?
All right. All right.
What are you saying right now?
I'm going to smack you. So Mortal Kombat Aftermath it's big for a couple of reasons. It's the
What is
first,
it?
It's the first ever story DLC to a Mortal Kombat game. ever.
What's that mean?
Fuck. Mortal Kombat's been out for about more now, since 91. About to be 30 years.
Damn.
And or 92. Anyway, regardless, it's about
92.
to be 30 years of Mortal Kombat, and for the first time ever, they dropped story DLC. They continued the story of that game in the same game. That's never been done before in Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Ever.
Usually-
And I'm having difficulty remembering if there was another fighter to ever do this.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever been done for a fighter.
Right.
Like obviously first person games. Single player games have a lot of expanded stories
Right.
based on after the fact. I think like Mass Effect 3 did it to fix their bullshit ass ending.
Yeah.
But for a fighter to do that, that's like unprecedented.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, Mortal Kombat, because we are the premier.
We are the
Mortal
premier
Kombat
Mortal
podcast.
Kombat podcast.
Yes. I think I said Mortal Kombat pod, whatever.
You know, I think they have their own
Yeah, but we're better.
podcast.
We're better
but
than the
Ed
MK
Boon,
cast,
call me.
the
Ed
Mortal
Boon?
Cast, whatever.
Ed Boon?
Look. So, NetherRealm in that studio
NetherRealm Studio.
has NetherRealm and that studio. NetherRealm Studios, they make fighters for the most part, right? So they drop the Injustice series and they drop Mortal Kombat.
You say for the most part,
So
that's
they-
all
they-
they've dropped.
So they drop fighters.
So that they're pretty into
But
fighting.
they made a
games.
Batman mobile game one time that wasn't a fighter. So for the most part, Jonathan,
Nah, I don't count.
they drop fighters. Now,
Yes.
big for a reason. Why? Mortal Kombat's one of the biggest fighters on the planet of all time.
Yes. Don't fight me.
Yes. Injustice is another big fucking fighting franchise.
Also big, don't fight me.
especially in the esports circuit. Mortal Kombat 2, don't get me wrong. But they revolutionized fighting again, because when Mortal Kombat first came out, you know, they did the whole fatality thing in the gaming industry and all that.
Right.
So we know what they did. But
Aren't they the reason for the E ESRB?
yes. So the story mode in fighting, let's be real, it wasn't the first thing.
It was a filler.
It was not necessarily filler, but it took a backseat to the actual fighting. You didn't play Street Fighter to find out the story of Street Fighter. You know, there's a story there, and I'm not saying it's bad, but
But that's not what you're. That's
it's
not what you got the game
That's
for.
not what you're playing Street Fighter. There, if you're a professional, you're playing it to hone your skills and all that good stuff. Here comes NetherRealm, and throughout their years, they've been just reimagining the way you play a fighter story. And this
Just-
dates back
yeah.
to fucking right after Mortal Kombat 4. They started tweaking Conquest mode. That's what it was called back then.
Right.
You know, they had that first Conquest mode in Deadly Alliance. It was a glorified, really long tutorial, but it had a story.
Mm.
The one after that, Deception, had, they swapped it and made a whole long-ass RPG tied to their fighters.
Yeah,
you played as
I remember that.
Jinko, and you went on you quested through all the worlds, and it was cool, don't get me wrong. Armageddon right after that created a third-person fighter.
It was like a
thing.
third-person adventure game. Yeah.
Yeah, which didn't, which was like, whoa, what are we doing? This is a Mortal Kombat game. After that, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Now, this is where they started to hit the direction that they're at now, the level of storytelling that they're at now. You got the campaign mode, the story mode, persisted of a story and a cutscene that led you directly into a fight. And in
Mhm.
that fight, you played as a character, you beat it, and then the story continued from there. That's
Right.
been their formula for their story mode from here on out. It just got bigger and better, bigger, better, and now there's
Yeah.
more choices and all that. So it comes now. Then you get the story DLC Aftermath, which is huge. And you know what? It was good.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
It's set up. Go ahead. Say what you say. I have a.
No, yeah. I mean, like, for people who don't know or like are interested in the story of like MK11, but haven't played it or whatever, like the new big baddie, or like I guess the real big baddie is Kronika, who's like the keeper of time. She's the one that's been pulling the strings since MK1.
Yep.
She's the one who sent I think like Shinnok to do their shit. It's like it's all been her. Like everything has been her. So that she could make like the new era. Like this was her big plan to fucking make the world in her image, and shit like that. I forget what the rest of it. But the way it ends, spoiler, is
Spoil 11, not
11.
Aftermath.
yeah, because
Okay.
because Aftermath is an extension of
Yeah.
the ending of 11.
Okay.
So the way it ends is like, what happens? Raiden merges with Liu Kang, who the past Liu Kang, because the new one is like dead or whatever. In order to make him a god, so that he has the power to take on Kronika.
Yeah.
because like only a god or like someone powerful can take on Kronika, and she's essentially a titan. So like she beats him, or like he beats her. He beats her, and now Raiden's not a god no more. Liu Kang's the god. He's the god of thunder and fire.
He's a
both.
fire god, yeah.
Now he's a fire god and a thunder god. Raiden's like, oh, cool. We did it. Now you can reshape the time in your image, or we can bring peace finally to the world. And Liu Kang's like, then, that's a lot of responsibility for one person. So Raiden, I want you to come on this journey with me. And right when they're about to start, Aftermath kicks in. Shang Tsung comes in, who's been hiatus. He's been a DLC character. It has nowhere nowhere in the story.
3 DLC characters rolled
Yeah. He tells Liu Kang, hey, motherfucker, relax before you destroy us all. And it turns out that in his events of stopping Kronika, he destroyed Kronika's crown, which was the way that she was able to keep the hourglass intact, the way that she can, control time. Without that hourglass, without the crown, the hourglass would inevitably just get destroyed because the person's not holding enough power to keep it under wraps. So
the crown's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Essentially, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. It kind of.
Yeah, or Shadow of the Realms, like the comic book Infinity, when Thanos did that thing and he broke all the
and he shattered
the
all
dimensions.
Yeah. Well, like the way. Well, no. The crown is the way that they can do it over and over again. Like,
right.
If he were to redo time, the hourglass would shatter, and then that's the only time that's it. So if shit fucks up, there's no way to rewind it.
Right.
There's none of that. So that's what they have to do. They have to go back into the past.
Yeah.
To right before Kronika gets it in the story. So that they have the upper hand, and then they can beat Kronika again with the crown and fucking just save the world or whatever. That's the story. I won't get into it. If you played it, I recommend playing it because it's really good. But on top of the story, they added 3 new DLC characters right off the bat. Just right off the bat, you get 3 new DLC characters. You get Fujin, who is the god of wind. I think we haven't seen him since Armageddon.
Yes.
Which I don't personally count it, just because, everybody's here, but, everybody has kind of, the same generic fighting moves.
So, really, it's Mortal Kombat 4.
Really, Mortal Kombat 4, which is when he was introduced.
Yeah.
So Fujin, Shiva, who hasn't been seen since MK9, I think.
Yeah, she looked crazy.
Yeah. Everybody looked crazy in MK9, but
yeah,
hasn't been seen there. And fucking RoboCop.
Who hasn't been seen ever.
Since fucking the 80s.
Since Mugen.
Since Mugen.
You remember Mugen?
Yeah, I remember Mugen.
The fighting where you get the...
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you get all that.
Not bad.
For $40.
At first I was like, that's pricey. But when you think about it, it's like, if you were to buy those characters separately, like let's say the fighter pass or whatever, each of those characters like $7, right?
Yeah.
So what's 7 times 3? Go ahead, give me the math real quick. Go 7 times 3.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that's already $20 right there.
I just
it is 21, right?
Nice.
7, 14. Yeah. So so that's already $20, $21 off of 3 fighters, right? And then a whole expansion to the actual game, which would make sense for it to be like $20 because it's not super long either.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So 20 for 3 characters, 20 for a new tiny section of story, $40. It made sense to me that way. I think it's a perfect price point.
A very expensive thing.
I'm justifying it, and it makes sense.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's a lot of money.
It's $40.
That's it. That's and boom. That's the end of that. It's a lot of money
was it well
for. It's a no.
Was it well spent?
Hold on. It's a lot of money. $40 is a lot of money for essentially what is like 3 hours of story. But
I want no 3 hours.
It was maybe less.
Like 4 hours.
It was not no 4 hours of story.
Like maybe 4 hours.
John, it was legit like maybe 16 matches.
What if you trash?
No, it was 16 fights.
If you fucking trash, bro.
Shut up, John. You're apparently trash. It took you 4 hours. I said 3.
Fucking suck.
Anyway, so it's not that long. But here's the thing. It wasn't. You can tell the amount of work that was put into those fucking 3-4 hours of story that you got was a lot. It's not like this is a cheap fucking story thing. Like it went all out with it. It was good. Yeah. Sorry, that cost money. And if you don't know First off, now you know. And number two, video games right now
What is happening?
are very expensive. They're undervalued. Like every generation from up until this point, up until the last one, video game prices have gone up. You know,
Right.
It was like 40, 50, 60. Now they're at 60, and 60 is where they've been at. Base. And I'm not talking about DLC or season pass, but I think we've talked about this before. I don't know if it was on this podcast, but video games right now are more expensive than they've ever been. But the price has stayed the same. You get me?
Well, yeah, because
So-
like back then, the 60 would just give you everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 60 that was it. There was no like expansions or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pay money until the next one.
Right.
But now it's like 60 plus like any expansions that come out, any new characters or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's like technically.
So really, you're paying like Mortal Kombat right now. Let's just say base game 60, season pass was what 20?
25 or so.
Okay, let's just say 25. Let's just say 20 so I can add this easier. But keep in mind it's probably a little more. So right now you're at 80 with the base game and the first season pass, which included 4 fighters?
Yes, I believe
About
so.
4 fighters. So right now we're $80. Come this year, then you add another $40. So right now you're at $120
Right.
for the full Mortal Kombat
For right
experience.
now, and that's just right now because I think they're gonna have another fighter pass.
Yeah. So really, you know, that is how much roughly gaming should cost now.
Yeah.
Base. You know, granted, I like that they split up. Back in the day, I used to have a big problem with it, but you know, the industry was trying to find ways to make up the amount of money that they're putting in.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it was a very rocky road. Ice cream.
Good ice cream.
It was a very rocky road to get to this point, but you know, and some people did it completely wrong, and some people did it right.
Mhm.
EA wrong.
Very.
So, you know, you've seen the progression of microtransactions and all that stuff to get to this point.
Uh-huh.
Personally, and I say all that to say that the $40 is right. It's not. At first you're like $40, but
you were
it's
talking shit.
no,
talking
because at first.
You were pulling the rug from underneath me. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, dude. At first.
Wow.
You're
That's
like-
good podcasting.
Look at this hardwood floor from the rug I pulled out from under you. But so
Please.
at first you're like, yo, $40 is a lot, but really think about it, it's worth it. Like the amount of work that's put into these games,
Right.
and you're getting it for $60 bare bones. I mean, you know, the full game experience is like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I say all that to say it's not that bad. $40, yes, it's a lot at first, but yes.
You should have just said what the
the
fuck
money's
I
right.
said. My shit made more sense than yours.
I took myself on a roller coaster there. I didn't
Mine
know-
was easier to fucking
It was,
understand than yours.
It was, but just a little kid ride. I'm a roller coaster. You're the
Nah.
teacups.
You're like the fat ass textbook and shit that like is outdated, and it's like, why the fuck? Like, what the hell is this? Mine's just like nice and clean and precise.
So see, like I'll tell you what happened.
Pristine.
I was telling it, and then I remember something else, and then I added that in there, and that took me somewhere else. So now we're here. Point is,
Understood.
destination was reached, and you didn't die, so you're good.
I guess.
You're good. But since we're on the topic of NetherRealm, they're a studio, John, and they make games.
Oh wait, no, wait, real quick. Real quick before we.
fuck me up again.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. And so like talking about Aftermath because I want your opinion on this.
Okay,
Because I took the Twitagras, right?
John. No one
Twitagras.
knows what that is.
It's Twitter.
Yeah.
So I use Twitter, and on Twitter you can follow specific terms and stuff like that.
Yes.
To kind of personalize your
Experience.
feed and your experience.
Yes.
So my feed has Mortal Kombat on there. So anything Mortal Kombat related, whether it's fighting or like just fan art or Ed Boon or anything like that,
Right.
it just shows up because it says Mortal Kombat or it's about it.
Yeah.
So I actually found out through this process, shout out to Twitter, was people didn't like the story arc of Sindel in that game.
Really?
Yes. And this is getting into spoiler territory of the
I can talk about
of
it
the
without
DLC.
spoiling. Yeah.
Which is not really a surprise, but I mean, like, if you care that much, I guess.
I can talk about it
Skip
without
it.
spoiling it.
Oh, I wasn't straight up just gonna spoil it, but
No, for $40, don't you spoil it.
it's $40, bitch.
Don't spoil it.
Anyway, I'm saying just spoiler warning. Spoiler warning, and now we're having this back and forth. So that time,
Fine.
Anyway.
spoiler.
I already said it. All right, we good. So my thing, okay. So what they said.
You're not gonna spoil the whole game though, right?
No,
Just,
stupid bitch, just that part.
Look at the way you talk to me. We're gonna have a conversation.
All right, so look at. Sindel's backstory has to do with the fact that
She's queen of Edenia.
she's queen of Edenia. Shao Kahn invades Edenia, right?
And kidnaps her.
Kidnaps her.
And makes her his bitch.
Right. You find out that essentially, don't talk like that. So it's essentially you find out that Sindel kills herself or something like that, so that her people don't get fucked, or like she doesn't get imprisoned or some shit like that. But Quan Chi brings her back to life to serve Shao Kahn, right? As his wife, right? So in the story, you find out in Aftermath, that this whole idea is essentially a lie, that she never got killed or whatever. Quan Chi didn't do any magic, like just revived her, but she wasn't brainwashed. She just didn't like her fucking husband.
She felt that her King
Jared, who is also is a fighter in the game, but
he wasn't a fighter in 9.
Jared was not in 9, but he was a fighter.
He wasn't. I looked him up. He's not.
Jared's not a fighter.
There was a different Jared.
There's a whole different Jared.
Yeah. I looked him up on my. Did we ever play this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the king, she thought, was essentially a baby back bitch, and he didn't assert his dominance over the people.
Barbecue sauce.
Right.
No,
anyway.
okay. So the way you kind of miswording that a little bit. So you're right about the baby back bitch part, but that king was more of a humble. King Jared was a humble king.
I was getting there, you stupid bastard.
Because you said he liked to assert himself. He felt he wasn't better than anybody, so he was a man of the people, and she saw that as weakness.
Yeah, I was trying to get there. I was gonna get there.
I got there fast. You're like that textbook.
Shut up. Anyway. So, yeah. So she was just actually fell in love with Shao Kahn because
his muscles
and his fat ass pee
and his scales
and his ugly ass face
and
the way he talks shit about you, the way he tells you suck.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she likes the fact that he actually sees himself above everybody, that he will assert his power to people. She likes that shit. So she kills her husband and actually is bad. Yeah. And like you find this out in Aftermath. This is what you find out. People didn't like this because it essentially retcons her story. Like she was supposed to be imprisoned. This whole pulling the whole rug underneath, like this whole twist of like, no, I wasn't in prison and I'm better now. It's I was just an asshole the whole time. People didn't like that, and they thought it diminishes the character and all this other shit. What do you think about that? Do you have an opinion about it?
I do.
A lot of people were saying that because even the writers of this story were like, we looked at, I forgot what they said. They said they looked at certain characters for inspiration, and they kind of said it more as an empowering thing. They were saying that they were doing it more as empowerment, that she wasn't being, imprisoned or whatever. She's an asshole because, she prides herself on being powerful. You know what I'm saying? People were like, that completely retcons her character, and it's like, it defeats the whole purpose. It's bullshit. You could have kept her power by finally making her free or all that shit. Okay. So and they were like, it keeps the fucking with Kitana's identity, which is a strong part of her character. People didn't like that. What do you think?
I'm just checking to see if you're going to cut me off again.
No, I wasn't going to.
Okay. First off, you can't be mad at Mortal Kombat retconning everything because that's all they've been doing for the last 5 games. Number one. That's all, the last series of games have been retconning the story. You're going back in time and fixing it and correcting it and all that good stuff. That's number one. Number two. I'm just trying to see.
You're gonna finish?
No, I was
just
just
keep talking, bitch.
When we were playing earlier, we pressed.
Okay, we'll keep talking, man.
Okay, all right. Number two, I like the twist. I don't mind going back and revisiting that character because the original story was weak to begin with. She's imprisoned. She's dead, but she's a prisoner. Shao Kahn's a slave. That's not a compelling story. You get what I'm saying? I personally like the fact that, hey, guess what? The whole time, this is who I was, and this is my choice to do this, and I like Shao Kahn better than my weak ass bitch husband. I like that. And the fact that she killed him just adds another layer. Like, yo, this bitch is bad. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like that she's a bad guy. I like that she's not just a victim the whole, because essentially the original Sindel was a victim the whole time. She's a dead body they brought back so she can serve this emperor, and then now it's like, nah, bitch, I did this. I'm the one that caused the realm to go to go under him. It's me. I did that. I run this shit. I like that better. I think it's a better character arc for her personally. She's a bad guy. Fuck it. I'm sorry you're mad that your Sindel isn't a good guy anymore. Nah, this is better.
Or like there's actually a
there's
quote
there's a
unquote
reason.
deeper reason for why she's bad. It's like, no, I'm bad because I'm bad.
Yeah,
like,
and plus her just the way her looks and fighting ability and powers, that doesn't say good guy. None of Sindel speaks good person ever. Like even if she's dead by, like no good person aside from Bayonetta has hair powers like that, or can scream
from Bayonetta,
or can scream your face off. Like that's not a good person power. You know what I'm saying?
No, isn't there a Banshee?
Wasn't he a bad guy?
Nah, I don't remember.
That Banshee's the X-Men with the wings who can fly with his mouth, sonar, right? Fuck it. Anyway, point is,
he screams.
Yeah, point is, me personally, I like her better as the bad guy, and she made the choice to be a bad guy herself. Like, and for her, she doesn't see herself as a bad guy. She just went the power route. She likes the power, and
she's like, I see myself above y'all.
Yeah, this dude's a bitch. I'm a queen.
And it's like,
bow down, bitch.
It's essentially like, know your worth.
Yeah,
in a very aggressive, not aggressive.
It's a very aggressive worth.
It's like, know your worth. This man, he doesn't. I don't feel like, to me, he doesn't respect me, or himself. So why would I be with a man who don't respect me or himself?
So
but here
I
comes
killed
this
him.
nice. So I killed him, and then here comes this nice hunk of muscle, come around here
with scales,
talking about you suck.
Shao Kahn is ugly, dude.
Yeah, talking about you suck, and I said yes, I do.
Okay, but personally, I think I like the Sindel arc. I didn't have a problem.
I didn't see her as a good guy anyway.
Yeah, I'd never seen her as a fucking good guy. I just like she's always been a bad guy to me.
But to be fair, I also saw that she was gonna connive everybody at in the story. I figured she was.
Yeah,
gonna do
I
that
wasn't
anyway.
surprised. So like, why would people surprised? Is my thing.
Like, why are you mad about it?
Yeah,
like she was gonna do it anyway.
Right.
Like it would
regardless of the reason why. That's what she does.
She was gonna do that anyway.
Fuck it. Look,
It's would you prefer them rehashing that? Oh, Shang Tsung, made her do it.
Yeah.
Or nah, bitch, I did it. Like
yeah, I like that.
I did it.
Yeah, look, yes.
Anyway, yeah, like that was something else that I wanted to bring up about it. But that's cool that you don't care because I don't care either.
All right, cool, man. So NetherRealm made this game, but they make games. They make fighters. I have to retread what I said earlier. Now, John.
Oh, you did say that.
Yes. NetherRealm is a developer. They're going to keep making games.
They're a studio, yeah.
Yes. So, the next game, John, they're making is not a fighter.
All right, wait. We don't know if it's going to be a fighter or not.
No, they said it's not a fighter.
They said it's not going to be an Injustice or a Mortal Kombat.
Well, that for them, and
that means neither Mortal Kombat.
No, that means it's not going to be a fighter because Ed Boon went on and said that they're not. It's not a fighter. He just said it's not a fighter.
Did he say not a fighter?
Because he said
neither Injustice or Mortal Kombat, that they want to do something else.
Well, here's the thing. Why it sounds like okay. So you are correct. You are correct. They said it's not a Mortal Kombat, and it's not an Injustice. Now, why it's so easily you can land. Why you can assume that it's not a fighter is because why would you go away from your? Because at the end of the day, they're a business. Why would you go away from your two fighting franchises that essentially print you money to make a fighting franchise over here? You get what I'm saying?
Say that shit again to me.
NetherRealm Studios makes fighters. They have two very big fighters.
They make
right
fighters.
Now. Injustice, Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
They said that the next one is not one of those.
Right.
Right? So you can assume it's not a fighter because why would you take those two franchises that are for sure going to make you money and start a third fighter?
So you have another fighter.
Why would you want another fighter? You already have enough workload with these two fighters. That'll keep you going for a long, long time.
That's cool, but sure, yeah, maybe they won't do a fighter or whatever, but to sit here and say that they won't do a third, it's like, why wouldn't they?
No, I'm not saying that they wouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what they're working on now, the next game, is more than likely not going to be a fighter because Ed Boon has made comments that he was saying he would love to develop something that's not a fighter. They've been making fighters for 30 years at this point.
Right, but I mean, like,
And he's on record saying he would love to do something like a Shaolin Monks again.
that's where I think it's going. I
And-
think they're
and-
gonna redo Shaolin Monks.
And let's be real, they've been wanting to do other stuff. They've been putting him in Mortal Kombat games for years.
Putting what?
Little mini games and stuff like that. Like the development team of Mortal Kombat has the ability to make other stuff.
Oh, of course.
Like they've been doing it forever with the mini games. They made a car game before. They made an adventure game, a puzzle game, a chess game. Like they you can tell they've been wanting to do other stuff. My guess is Special Forces 2, and it's a first-person shooter.
Honestly, like, I would see that was the only one that Ed Boon didn't helm, right? He didn't do.
Yeah, he didn't helm Special Forces.
Imagine if he helmed Special Forces.
It would suck dick regardless.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
I don't know,
It
man.
would suck dick.
I don't think so.
Why? Because the reason why Shaolin Monks was good was because it was very much Mortal Kombat. It's still a fighter. It fit perfectly there. Special Forces was a top-down Contra style shooter.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nah, but imagine they do
wasn't good.
first person, and then they have like, but it's Mortal Kombat, right? So it's like, what if they do like their very own kind of Mortal Kombat version of Doom? You know what I'm saying?
I would not want that.
You wouldn't want that?
No, I would not want
man.
Here's where I stand on this is I will take whatever NetherRealm gives you. Me.
I would give me the shit. I'll take it.
I'll take it. It can be an IP. It can be a spin-off of Mortal Kombat. It can be a spin-off of Injustice. They can make a superhero game. I don't care.
You know what? I was thinking about this just randomly. I think we made a joke about this when we were playing Aftermath. On top of the Aftermath DLC and all that stuff, they actually had a huge update in Mortal Kombat that brought back friendships and stage fatalities.
Yeah.
Right? While also introducing new maps as well. I think that might be included in the story, but one of the maps is like a classic arcade room, or like a classic arcade or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they have like projectors projecting the backgrounds of like old school Mortal Kombat.
I know where this
maps.
joke is going.
Let me finish the joke.
It's not a joke. But
It's I'm not joking.
Yeah.
It's because it's not funny. I'm serious. But in the right side of the map, if you tilt that way, you get two things. One, you see a cardboard cutout. See two cardboard cutouts. One of Raiden doing his push thing that he does, right? Where he flies at you going, and then you see a Mortal Kombat Deception cardboard cutout of Scorpion, right?
Yeah.
But in the background, way in the background, very clearly, you see a fucking Grid arcade cabinet. Now, what the hell is Grid? Well, Grid is
my third favorite arcade game of all
the
time.
fucking best arcade game of all fucking time.
Aside from Galaga and aside from Turbo.
That Midway made other than Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
It's a third-person arena shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Made by Midway.
Midway was NetherRealm back in the day.
Midway was NetherRealm back in the day. And it has crazy fucking guns and violence and all that shit in arena shooter format.
Picture, I was going to say Team Fortress, but
Like Unreal
not
Tournament.
really. Yeah, close to Unreal Tournament.
Like Unreal Tournament and Contra,
Quake.
Quake. And Doom back in the day, but more Quake and Unreal
It's
Tournament.
closer to that, yeah.
Yeah, where you running around, fucking grabbing guns and shit and murdering
Murdering
each other in a fucking arena. What if they brought back Grid?
Dude,
What if they brought back Grid?
I'm in 100%.
I would be so for it. And you know what? We don't have an arena shooter.
We don't right now, no.
Well, there's Quake because they brought that back
Yeah, it's
for
on
the
PC,
PC.
but
like, what if they made an arena shooter for the consoles? Because we ain't got that.
yeah, NetherRealm loves
The only shooter we got like the Call of Duties and the fucking Halos, but like nothing just pure competitive, like not pure competitive, but just like pure, just unadulterated fun and shooting.
And I love the Doom franchise, the Doom 2016, that new one, but they didn't bring it back. They brought it back for the story, kinda.
They brought back,
But even their multiplayer mode in Doom 2016 wasn't arena shooter
It wasn't.
100%.
It didn't do the arena shooter justice. It didn't because they had loadouts and shit.
Yep, and Doom 2020, Doom Eternal.
They got rid of it altogether.
That dumbass multiplayer mode that I'm not a fan of, at all. I hate it actually.
Which one?
The multiplayer mode that we got. The with 3v1, one's a Slayer.
We were just talking about how cool it was when it came out.
Yeah, but I'm like sitting on it now. I
I
like
don't
that
play
mode.
it anymore.
Yeah, I don't like that mode. It
Like,
sucks.
There's not a lot of replay value. It's the same. It's the same thing over and over.
I don't
again.
like it. I don't like that mode. It's not fun. But yes, if they did bring back the grid,
bro.
100%.
Do it all the way. Do the fucking
classic,
grid.
but new.
Yeah, update it with crazy shit. Imagine the fucking hardcore violence of the grid games, because those games are fucking violent now.
Hell yeah.
But in 4K,
Oh man.
pristine graphics.
Oh man, getting horny.
Oh shit! And you already know more about the body than anybody. You've made Mortal Kombat, and those shits look nasty.
Oh man.
Like, imagine that in a fucking arena shooter.
Love
that
it.
would be the shit. That is my pitch of the week.
Holy
Ed Boon,
shit.
Please bring back the grid.
it's in your heart because you brought it up. You brought it in the fucking.
Yeah, you guys put it in Mortal
You put it in
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, so you're thinking about it. Do it. I'll pay it. I'll get it.
No, yeah, I'll buy a $40 DLC to it.
I'll buy that extension to that story.
Don't put a
'Cause
story.
there's not
Don't
a-
put a story in it. Just
'cause
fucking play it. Just give me gameplay.
What other games are in the arena shooter genre? There's not many.
Well-
And now would be the perfect time because like now we're kind of branching off to new ideas and stuff like that. Bring back something old and put that new twist on it.
I love how you said we're branching off to new ideas. Bring back something old.
Well, yeah, that came
I
off
know-
ugly.
I know what
but
you're
I'm
saying,
saying
but-
like we're not. No one's sticking around with the regular Call of Duty, whatever the fuck. Like now we're open to wild and wacky ideas. They actually, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a good time for it.
I think it'd be a
definitely-
perfect time for it. Do it.
Do it. I'm happy with that.
I'm good with that. Give me that shit. Or Shaolin Monks, either one. I'm cool with either one.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Although I did get myself pretty hyped for the grid.
Yes. Now I want the grid more than I want.
Now I want
Shaolin
the grid
Monks.
more than Shaolin Monks, but both of those would be pretty cool.
Plus, Shaolin Monks pissed me fuck off back in the day. But
Because you don't know how to fucking work together. That's what your problem is.
you know I own that game and I have 2 control. I have it. I'll beat your ass.
That's supposed to be a co-op game, you dip ass.
There's
you
a fighting
stupid
mode on it.
fucking
I'm
idiot.
just gonna go straight to
You
that.
stupid butthead.
Knock you out. Hey, look.
Yep.
Speaking of stupid buttheads.
Hey.
It was a better transition earlier, but you moved me into Mortal Kombat, so now I gotta do it this way. There was 3 kids, John.
What?
3 childrens.
What the fuck is happening right now?
You sent me the topic. They bit the spider.
Oh, what the fuck are you
I
doing?
had it better earlier because look, my original transition was I was talking about busting kids in Fortnite, and I was like, speaking of dumbass kids, and then I was gonna do that.
That's disgusting.
But you made me do
That's
it
what
this
you're
way.
going to talk about right now?
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
it's
man.
violent and it's nasty.
Go ahead.
I think it fits.
Sure, go ahead.
It's not gaming per se, but it is. Hold on, I'm just trying to get the word.
So you had the whole
Hold on, there's a word that goes.
time.
Hey, look,
The whole time.
Bolivian was the word I was looking for. I wanted to make sure I said the right place.
What?
It says 3 Bolivian boys. They're from Bolivia.
Okay.
So, 3 Bolivian boys, John, saw a black widow spider,
That's a spider.
a poisonous one at that.
Right.
And the 3 Bolivian boys were big fans of Tom Holland and the character that he plays, Spiderman. So the 3 Bolivian boys go up to the Black Widow and say, "Hey, Black Widow," not Scarlett Johansson, the actual spider, and said, "Bite me, please. I want to be Spider-Man." And the Black Widow, being the Black Widow and not Scarlett Johansson, obliged them and sent them to the fucking hospital, and they didn't come out with powers at all.
Nothing is like,
Where are your parents?
dude, where are your parents? It's like, my man's.
I'm happy they're okay. Look, I laugh, but I'm
Well,
happy.
we laugh because they're okay.
I'm happy that I can laugh at it. Is
Right.
because they're okay. You know, they came out fine.
But my man's.
It's just my man's. It's a Black Widow spider. It wasn't even radioactive, dumbass.
Right. It's like you don't even read the comic right. Like,
right. It wasn't just how Spider bites Peter
it
Parker
wasn't just,
becomes Spider-Man.
It
No,
wasn't like, fuck, just a random spider.
it's like you missed the part where it went in through the fucking the
You
machine.
forgot to read the adjective of the spider. It's radioactive.
You
You
know
didn't
what?
read that.
You know what, John? Honestly, I don't blame the kids. I blame the MCU. because when Spider-Man came out in the MCU, he was already established. They didn't go over the origin story. This is why it's so important.
What?
This is why it's
we've been established
no,
so
but
many
they're
times.
little kids.
Nah,
They're not gonna go
man.
back and watch Sam Raimi's. They're not gonna go watching back the '90s cartoons, John. No, they're little kids. So to them, all they heard was Spider Bite Tom Holland, Spider-Man. They didn't get the whole, backstory at Oscorp
I
and
feel like
shit.
the Spider-Man backstory is well known.
Yeah, it is. It is well known, but these kids are new. These kids are new.
Nah.
So
They just thought, nah, man. It's like
I blame the MCU.
Sue
them.
I blame the illiterate.
Honestly, I'm glad they're okay.
I'm glad they're okay.
It's,
Just like, what the
it's a
fuck?
lighthearted. It's not lighthearted for them because they were poisoned, but
They get you can
die
Black
from-
Widows do poison damage.
yeah. They got poison damage. I imagine them getting bit in like a green
Just
cloud.
like green numbers, just
Or-
like
But,
a tick.
yeah. I mean, dog. I bet you won't do that again.
If there was
I guarantee you're not
if-
gonna do that again.
if there was a superhero like backstory that you could do today, like there's the meme that I see a lot is like I know what I have to do to become Batman. Is there ever a superhero backstory that you would do in order to achieve the final goal?
So, John,
Is there ever a superhero that you would do that to?
this is a bit of a shocker to you, but I'm a bit of a bitch,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of these superhero backstories
Are pretty
involve
fucked up.
a lot of pain.
It's like, I ain't with that.
You know, I'm not with that. With that said, Captain America probably. I feel like no, I don't know. I'm claustrophobic, and he got put in that tank.
Wait, no, yeah.
And
Dog, imagine you missed your chance of being a fucking super soldier. A fucking battle titans, you know what I'm saying? Like an American hero and legend. Fucking punch Hitler in the face. Because you're scared of tight spaces?
yeah, I would.
That's buck wild.
But it's
dude.
funny. It's funny. I think about that often. Like, let's say we blow up and we have a meeting at like the 90-something floor at a place. I'm like, I might not go to that meeting.
Like,
you
I
meet me
always-
down here.
I always think about that time you had jury duty, was it?
Oh man, I was
And,
gonna do whatever to get out
And
of
like
jail, dude.
that fucking, and that what was it? It was on like the 90th floor, like the 100-something floor.
It was on the 14th floor.
It was on the 14th floor.
Yeah.
And you asked the security guards, like, "Can I walk it? Like,
can I
if
take the
there's
stairs?"
stairs?"
Yeah.
And they looked at you like, "You can walk it. Like, there are stairs, but that's 14 floors."
Yeah, I don't give a
And
shit.
you're like, "Yeah, that's cool."
yeah.
That made me laugh so hard that you would fucking walk up 14
I'm glad.
floors of stairs
I'm
instead
glad
of
my
just taking an
phobia-
elevator. That takes like a minute at best.
I'm glad that my phobia is bringing you so much joy. and-
Glad that my pain is your sorrow.
yeah, because you're
Oh no,
Hurt.
is your humor?
no,
is
you're. I'm
your
glad you're
humor?
finding my pain humorous,
humorous.
John, because
I
it's
do
not
find
funny to me. No, I'm kidding.
That's
I took
humorous
the
as
elevator that day, and I take elevators at work. Like I
That,
do it.
dude. That made me laugh so hard when you told me that shit.
I do it. It's just if I could avoid it, I will.
I'll do it.
Yeah. So if we have a meeting with an executive on the 90-something floor and the stairs are open,
I'm gonna bitch about it.
I'm
Like,
a-
I'm gonna
no, and the stairs are open, I'm gonna get to that meeting 2 hours early, because I'm gonna go up them stairs.
that made me man. You say, can I just take the stairs? Like, it's 14 floors.
Look, man. To answer your question, Captain America, or
But are you willing to do what you have to do, which is fucking get in that chamber? And
see what I could do is I just tell him put me under, and then just
you want to get
Do that.
sedated for it?
yeah. I think it hurts. Doesn't it hurt to get your muscles like that big all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be sedated. I ideally would like Wolverine's powers up until the poison adamantium at the end of the life cycle,
Oh yeah.
but you got put underwater and that hurt. That hit.
But he says that he says that shit hurts. Every
What?
time he uses his powers, he says it hurts.
Yeah, but like you get used to pain. Like I walked around like 1.5 years, or like 2 years with a torn
Because you're
meniscus.
a moron.
Well, I'm saying you get used to the pain. Like it's a pain. Like yeah, that's just where it's at. You get what I'm saying?
No, because I didn't hurt myself.
We'll see.
Doing dumb shit.
You just get used to the pain.
You just get used to the.
Just get used to the pain.
He doesn't. He literally said, like, they ask him, like, does that shit hurt? He's like, every time.
Yeah.
That means he doesn't get used to it.
Well, I just leave the claws out.
Them shit's gonna rust or like.
Why? I'll clean them.
or are you gonna get all kinds of infection?
I have super healing ability. There's no infection here, baby. I'm Wolverine.
I don't
get
know.
my infection later.
I would not want to be Wolverine.
Why?
This shit rough.
Yeah, but he's cool. And he's got nice hair.
Cool, and he likes cigars. That's cool.
You can literally do whatever you want without worrying about anything because your cells will just heal themselves. It's like same thing with Deadpool, but I don't want to be Deadpool because he went through some shit.
But without the all the family dying shit, just like be Thor.
Yeah, Thor. Yeah, that's easy.
I like
you're
hammers.
just born into that.
I like lightning.
Okay, yeah. I forgot you could.
Nah,
just
you want to be Wolverine.
I
and
forgot
Captain,
that.
You want to be in tight spaces. And fucking.
I forgot that. I'll be a fucking X-Men that's not Wolverine. Any of them, they're just born with that shit.
Nah.
Storm is a cool one. That one.
Nah, you're just taking fucking.
You know, it's funny.
Bitch.
You went from what origin story would you do?
And
I'm just naming you what power I want now at this point. But yeah. What about you? You got one for real?
That I would like if I would do it.
Like, let's say you can walk into an origin story and just do it, and you'll become that.
Like
person.
I have to do the origin.
Yeah. You can't change anything. For example, if you want to be Batman, you have to go. To
I think
an alley with your
Superman.
parents. You realize Superman is Batman, but the whole rest of the planet went to?
But it's not my fault.
Wasn't Bruce's fault anyway.
Yeah, but I was a baby, so like.
Oh, so yeah, right. So you don't feel that. You
what I'm saying?
don't feel it. You were okay. Yeah, Superman.
Because like I can't be depressed about
Fuck
it.
me though, right?
What do you mean fuck you?
Because in order for you to become Superman, Earth has to blow up.
Deuce is my guy. What are you talking
And
about?
then you're Superman on a different planet.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be John L.
I'm moving past
Super
this.
John.
Moving past this
Super John. Just
fucking
gonna have
topic.
a J on my chest. It's like it's not a
for
J.
Jackass.
It stands for I got a big baby, and that's my superpower. That's not Superman. Let us know in the comments which which origin story you would do. Would you
No,
be Batman?
John's-
Don't be Batman.
Don't be Batman. So John,
What, Alex?
remember how the Twist 2 came out in the 50s?
I'm fucking tired of your stupid ass segues, dude. I'm literally I'm over it.
You didn't even know what I was gonna say.
I do know what you're gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Because I picked a topic.
Oh yeah. Well, did you know that The Last of Us Part 2 gameplay came out?
Damn, I've been bamboozled.
You know, it's funny. I was gonna go where you thought I was, but then
I know
said
you
that
were.
and I swapped it.
Congratulations, you didn't watch it.
I didn't, but I'll tell you why I didn't watch it.
Why didn't you watch it?
Because I don't care about The Last of Us 2.
Cool.
I don't care.
That's cool.
I want to play it. No, here,
So much
no,
fun
but
for our
I'm
podcast.
good. I'm gonna explain why. I'm not. It's not just an I don't care. It's fuck that game. No, I'm kidding. The Last of Us is a type of game for me, and this is just how I play the games and how I experience them. That I do the same thing with movies. I don't want them to be spoiled any way, shape, or form. I don't want to see gameplay to a certain extent, and I don't want to have story elements spoiled. That's why I tried so hard to avoid the spoilers.
So how we gonna fucking talk about things?
You saw it.
If you don't want, dog, I'm tired of being the fucking Last of Us correspondent. Okay.
Well, you're the one who looked it up. No one told you to do that. You did it, and that's number one. Number two,
Because I thought we were talking on the podcast. You know,
You could talk about
I thought
it.
we
You
would.
could talk
I thought we
about
would
it
have
right
an
now.
in-depth conversation about our opinions on things,
What's
but I guess
cool-
that's not what the podcast is about.
what's cool about the gameplay stuff is that you can watch it, and we can have a whole conversation
Eat
about
my
it, and I
ass.
don't have to watch it.
Eat my ass.
But anyway, that's how I am. I'm the same way with movies. I don't like to. After a certain point, I don't want to see any more trailers. I'm cool. You're gonna spoil.
Yeah,
shit
but I
at
saw
some
it.
point. Well, how opinions?
Honestly, I'm a little indifferent about it, just because I've been indifferent about The Last of Us since before the spoilers. Yeah. The gameplay does look. It looks beautiful. Let me tell you first and foremost. They get into a little bit of the story, which, without saying it, they kind of confirm some of the things that were said, if not all, of what was said within the spoilers. But as far as game mechanics, it looks kind of cool. They added dogs now. So while you're getting hunted by by like whatever the fuck the cults are called, or like the people, while you're hiding, because it's very stealth oriented.
Yeah.
You know, Last of Us has always been kind of stealth oriented. Dogs will be able to pick up your scent and always kind of know where you're at. You know, so like they will know where you're at, and they will always let the people know where you're at. So you have to constantly keep moving rather than staying in one spot. There's tall grass where you can hide in now, but don't let people get too close because you know they can see past grass. They're saying there's a bunch of new zombies in there. There's some that like hide in the dark, which I said fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Which I think like Dead Space, like kind of like the Dead Space character. There's one where like it literally hides in cover until it has like an opportune moment. It has one of those. I think there's like one zombie that does spores that like has spores on its back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm bullshitting. I don't know if it's like insta kills you or it like does damage over time.
Yeah.
But like they're adding a lot of cool stuff, and they like we don't want to show you all of them. Some of the zombies we want to tease for the game, and something let out a giant roar like that, and I was like, wow. Overall, I mean like it like other than those new things, it's like Last of Us. It looks cool. I just kept thinking about it. I just kept thinking about the spoilers in this instance. I'm just like, damn, like y'all, like there's really no proper way to deal with it, but y'all just like brushed past it. Like,
and that was my question: should they have come out with this gameplay video? There's enough hype on the game already. It's The Last of Us. It's one of the biggest games on the PlayStation. Just coming off the spoilers, and according to what you just said, they kind of just said, "Yeah, that's what it is."
well, like they normally like, yeah, the spoilers are true.
No, I know that, but I'm saying you said that they showed something that kind of confirmed it.
They talk about the story a little bit, and it essentially confirms what has been leaked.
Right.
But
so in your opinion, should they have?
well, I think it was stuff that they were going to show at E3. Obviously, because like Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us, like I'm pretty sure those are stuff that they were going to show at E3. So like, I think they're just kind of going through the motions. Whether they should have done it or not, I mean, it seemed like they were going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm saying for them specifically, going through the leak.
well, I mean, like for them, what can you do? You know,
I'm saying you could just drop the game. Like, do you think it added or?
Oh, like to not have done that in the first place?
Yeah.
I think people are like a lot more interested in like all that stuff before they buy. So I'm as far as that, I think that's fine.
Okay.
It just feels a little weird knowing what we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird to me because it's like they have to go as business as usual. They can't confirm or deny anything, which I get that. But like, it just knowing what you know, it just feels weird that like them going business as usual.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I get it. I'm still not all that excited for it. I think I'm less intrigued with it now than I was when the leaks first came out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with those kind of I'm on the side of I feel like with those kind of games it's better to not see everything.
Yeah.
With games like The Last of Us or Uncharted or shit like that, like I fucking murder myself. Like single player games and shit like that. I don't see the point. Like I'm going to play it myself. There's really nothing for me for that, but other than that, I mean, like I kind of lost interest in it. It made me lose interest in The Last of Us. Like I don't feel like picking it up. All that stuff is cool for the people who do want to play it, but that's not like I was more interested in the spoilers, and that made me want to play the game more than them kind of coming out with that shit.
Right.
The backlash and all the other shit made me more interested, which I don't know if that's their fault or I'm just an asshole, but like that's where I'm at with it.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's you know.
All right.
I'm just waiting on Xbox to do some shit. I'm waiting for their
Summer Games 2020.
yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm
Please.
curious to see what E3 week is gonna be like.
Yeah, because they're doing that virtual experience, right, or some shit like that.
I'm having difficulty remembering what they're gonna do.
Or was that Comic-Con?
Comic-Con's doing that for sure.
Oh, I think everybody's just doing their own like fucking direct or whatever.
Yeah, I know Nintendo's got one coming up soon. But it got pushed back though. I think.
I also believe
That's what I'm looking forward to the most, man. Just what new shit's gonna come out. Last of Us 2. Give a fuck about that game.
Yeah, I feel like once I already know about the games that are coming out, like I'm fine with it. That's
Hit
cool.
LB.
Damn, man, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm fine. Like okay, I already know this shit's coming out. Cool. Like what else are you doing?
Yeah.
Or shit like that. But I mean, like I get it. That's their lineup, so they're gonna.
And they have to promote accordingly. Yeah.
They have to promote accordingly, and it's not their fault that this shit happened.
Yeah.
Like they can only just pretend like everything's according to plan.
Which is unfortunate. But
Which is unfortunate, and it looks weird to the people who already know.
yeah.
But it is what it is. And
But I will say most people probably avoided the spoilers anyway, which I think they're fine. I'm curious to see how the sales are going to be impacted on that.
yeah,
one. But we shall see.
yeah,
Quickie movie news, real quick.
yes.
Sonic 2 announced. Quick react.
I don't know. I'm torn.
I'm happy.
I'm like excited because like a good an actual video game movie is is so good that it's actually like welcome to see like a sequel and shit like that.
Yeah.
Not like Angry Birds, which already has like a sequel and shit like that. I don't count.
That doesn't count.
It like it does and it doesn't. Not to me.
No, it
So
doesn't
it's good
count.
to see that like gaming movies are, they're being
Mobile games aren't games.
they are games,
No, they're
dude.
not.
We
I'm not
don't.
doing this
We're
with
gonna go over this over and over again.
And,
but
and every time I'm going to say they're not games.
But like I'm happy that it's Sonic that's doing it,
Yeah.
Like I am happy that Sonic. The movie was was decent at best, but like I'm like, ugh, do I want more of that? I don't fucking know.
I do. And I didn't even
Oh,
like
but
the
you know
first
what?
one.
No, you know what? No, Jim Carrey's like the actual Eggman now. So
That's
like,
why I'm excited for it.
never mind. I might actually be excited for it.
Because Mr. Carrey is
Mr. Carrey.
no one's ever called him that. Because Jim Carrey is actual Eggman and Tails is in it.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're finally going to be the main, like where they're at when
Like
you get to know
actually
them.
doing
You know what
the-
I'm saying? It's not an origin story at this point.
Yeah.
So it's an adventure for Sonic.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, cool, bet. Let's do it. I'm excited to see that, especially coming off the first one, which was halfway decent. I just find Sonic fucking annoying. But
Just a hater, bro.
I'm not. He's fucking... Look,
Just a fucking
I'm excited for it.
a hater, bro.
Other quickie news. Kate Blanchett signed on to Borderlands movie. She's going to play the Siren. She's going to play...
You're right.
I forgot her fucking name. Hold on.
The Siren, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Lilith?
Lilith. That's what it is. Lilith. I'm getting hyped for the movie. I love Kate Blanchett. She's a great actress.
She was amazing.
That's not a small actress to tie to a video game property.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
it's not.
fucking Kate Blanchett.
She's not.
You know?
It's pretty awesome. I remember when we first talked about it. I'm like, I was excited for it. You were iffy about it.
Yeah.
Does
Well-
Kate Blanchett being tied to it help you a little more with it?
Not that. Here's yes and no, and here's why. Not that you can just tell if a movie's gonna be good based on the actors.
Right.
That's not the case. But she's a really big name. She's a great actress. You know, I don't think she's the type to just sign on to something if it's ass at this point in her career.
Right.
So I don't know. It gives me a little hope. You know, I'm still a little iffy on Eli Roth. It's from a
That's like
directorial
that. Yeah, that's the
standpoint.
part I'm like.
But again, I don't think he's a bad director by any means. He's just his movies for the most part aren't for me. Like there is a very strong fan base to the movies that he makes. Cool with that. They're just not my type, but I can see why it would work for Borderlands. I just hope that it's good. That's all I can hope for at this point. I will watch it. This is a movie I'm gonna watch in theaters, not like the Assassin's Creed movie, which I didn't watch in theaters.
I watched that in
fuck
theater.
that movie. Because when it comes to video game movies, you'll go see all of them.
I was about to say I blindly support.
Yeah.
I am in the firm belief that if there's a gaming movie and you're really into the games, you should do your due diligence and go watch it.
But and while I agree, that's a double-edged sword because here's my reasoning for it. If the movie looks like ass cheeks, and you give money to ass cheeks, the studio's gonna think,
right,
make more of this ass cheeks.
But like, I think that there's like we have to sacrifice some of us, right? We have to sacrifice some of us to go watch the movie, and to say to the other people or to the or to the film people
to show the market that yes, we will pay money
Feel
for
like
video game movies.
we want the movies, but
Yeah.
we want it right. So it's like if you're gonna so if you don't like the movie and you paid to go see it, like let your voice be heard.
Yeah.
I'm very much on the standpoint of like if you don't like the thing,
say it.
you should say it, and I think you should watch them to see if you like it or not. Like, sure, if a movie looks like shit, chances are it's gonna be shit. Yeah,
Like Doom Annihilation.
but you know what? I thought Sonic was gonna be like shit, and I actually like Sonic.
I was looking forward to Sonic. and he annoyed the shit out of me.
I was iffy on Sonic.
But you know what? I want to rewatch it just because I fell asleep during that movie.
You did what?
I remember
You did
falling
fall
asleep
asleep
during that movie. And you know when you're not like in and out mode, I don't want to fucking be here. Everything annoys you.
Right.
So I will watch it again, and I'll give a update.
An update? You're gonna update?
I'll
your
update my
opinion on it?
review. Yeah, because I mean I might be wrong.
I remember it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Like, it's not bad. I remember you were like, "This shit's fucking garbage." It's not that bad.
Well, I didn't call it fucking garbage. I just
No, you called it garbage. You said it was
but not
trash.
fucking garbage.
You said it was fucking
no,
trash.
I said Sonic annoyed me.
As to one of your reasons for why Sonic was fucking trash.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely have to re-update then. Well, I'll watch it again, and we'll see what happens.
Because it wasn't that bad, especially if it's gonna get a sequel.
That doesn't always mean this was a good movie.
But I feel like in this climate, in like film and all that stuff,
Nay.
the fans and everybody are way more vocal, and they'll let you know if this ain't it or if it is or not.
Medea has 30,000 movies out.
There's a fan base for that. There's a fan
Just
base.
saying.
There's a fan base for
Just
that.
saying.
That's not for me to discuss because I am not in that fan base.
All right, what fan base are you in that got sequels?
Sonic?
No. No, I'm trying to prove a point that quality doesn't always equal sequel.
Sonic?
All right, we're done. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, this one crazy.
And I mean, sequels, dude. That's all we.
Wow, that's cool, man.
That's all we take away. Sequels. So if you enjoyed listening, subscribe on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Follow on Spotify, and tell somebody, man. Tell somebody. You guys are the only reason why we do it. Otherwise, we just talk to ourselves with no mics.
For real, I can sit here and talk to Allie.
Yeah, I mean, he's sure.
Never
I
mind.
sit here on my phone while he talks to me. That's cool.
He do that.
All right, man. But we'll see you guys next week for the sequel to this episode.
Yes. And also let us know in the comments what origin story would you fucking do
Or tweet
and
at
why
us.
it's Batman. Yeah.
No.
Well, let's keep the conversation going. So if there's something that you have an opinion on, feel free to comment. We do reply back.
On anything we talk about.
And on anything we will reply back.
But
let's have that conversation.
yes. So until next week, we'll leave you with Twist 2.
Twist again, the retwisting.
The retwisted. Twist harder.
Come on, let's twist again, like we did last summer.
Are you twisting?
Only the top half. I can't really twist my foot now.
You know what? I twist my ankle a lot.
Ah, yeah. I twist my ankle. Does that count?
I don't think it's hip though. Like I don't think people would condone it.
If you just twisted your ankle on the dance
Yeah. I don't think it's the dance, but I do it a lot.
I think I like the original better.
Really? What the fuck?